Ladies, let's talk. I'm going to go over 6 things that men do when you're just a backup plan and not really the one he's after. Now, it could be that you're not the one he's after because he's interested in someone else. Or it could be because he's not emotionally ready. But you're just a backup plan. You're not the priority. You're not the one that you want to be in the relationship. You're not where you want to be. These 6 things are going to be good signs for you. If you're new here, my name is Jon Dabach. I am a couples counselor and a relationship coach. I've been doing this for about 13 years. Make sure to subscribe and follow if you're looking to get into a relationship that's going to fill your life with joy, stability, and consistency. So let's jump right into it. The first is that he mirrors your effort, but he never leads with his own. A lot of times you'll hear people, including me, talk about how you have to mirror people's energy, mirror people's effort so that you don't go too far too fast, right? So don't overgive, right, in a relationship if you're not getting anything back. But there's something that's even more nuanced here, and that is it tit for tat, right? Is there a transactional relationship? Is it always, well, I asked you out and then now I have to ask you out? And some of this is tone. Some of this is not obvious. You're not going to say, well, yeah, we trade who pays or who asks who out or who calls who first, but isn't that normal, right? If it feels normal, if it feels like there's a natural flow, great. But if it feels like I have to call him because he called me, if there's that feeling you get from him or in yourself, right? And you notice he's not leading, that's a problem. The best way to test this is let's say you've gone on a few dates and he's called you and you had a good conversation, don't call him back maybe one time. I mean, if you want to, fine. But if you really want to test it, don't call him back. See if he texts you like, hey, is everything okay? That's leading, right? That's him saying, I'm engaged. You went quiet. What's going on? But if he's only there as a response, not a good sign. Number 2, you never met his inner circle, right? If you aren't meeting his friends, his family, his work colleagues, whatever, he spends his time with, and he actually prefers it that way, like he says, I like keeping things separate, very rarely is that normal. There are some people who are hyper private, but usually it's, I don't want you to meet these people because if this doesn't work out, or if it works out with who I really want to be with, guess what happens? Then I have to explain why I was with you. And they ask questions. And quite frankly, you're not worth it. You're not good enough. I don't want to talk about you that much. Or I don't want to be looked at as the bad guy. And I'm really eyeing, commitment from someone else or at a different time in my life. Not a great sign. Number 3, if he tells you he's not ready for a relationship, but then acts like a boyfriend all the time until it costs him something like meeting friends or, sacrificing an event he wants to go to because you have an important event, right? That's a horrible sign that you're just that, and chances are you are just a backup. If someone says they're not ready for a relationship, that's fine. They're being honest, right? And maybe they're just looking to date casually. That's not my preference. I'm not a big guy who believes in casual dating for the most part. I mean, I guess there's a time in your life for it. I never really did it. I always kind of dated with the idea that, if it goes well, it'll turn into a relationship. But I see it. I understand it. I don't think it's the most healthy thing to do in general. But if that's where you're at, there's absolutely no judgment. And if you're adults and you're upfront about it and emotionally clear about your intentions, that's fine. But when the guy flips the script and then actually acts like your boyfriend and really makes you feel like there's a relationship there, that's not okay, right? And if it's transitioning from casual to serious, great. But then as soon as it costs him something, he has to burn a day, he has to spend some money to do a thing, or he has to help you move. And he's just like, I'm just not busy. We don't have that kind of relationship. That's boyfriend energy. Woo, that's a bad sign. Okay, number 4. I have my notes here in front of me. I'm consulting. He floods you with affection when you pull away, but then he gets cold the second you lean in. So a lot of times there are guys who are in a bit of a transitional stage. Either they've gotten out of a relationship and they just aren't ready for a relationship, or they need attention because they need external validation. They have some inner work kind of growth things to do. And they will lean in if they feel like you're cold. When you're pulling away, when you're getting distant, there's a bit of a chase there. There's a bit of an unhealthy dynamic. They don't feel like they're desired, and it's almost a game where they need that validation or they want it to prove to themselves they can win you over. But then as soon as you respond, they're like, okay, now I'm not interested. That is a horrible, horrible sign that you are not the main plan, right? It was just a game. He might not be playing it consciously. He might be afraid of commitment, but that you are by definition at that point. If someone's chasing you and then you finally lean in and they go cold, that's not someone you want to be with. You should lean in and they go, oh, thank God, finally, no more games. That's who you want to be with. And if you feel them going cold and you bring it up and you're open and clear about it and they still pull away and you're inviting them and say, don't pull away. You find, you were pursuing me, you were wooing me and you won, you got me, you have my attention. What are we going to do with it now? And they actually become disinterested. You are a backup plan. You are not part of their plan as the number one woman or the number one thing in their life that they're looking to do. Number 5, if he's ultra private about you online, on his social media presence, whatever that form may take. It might even just be a WhatsApp group. I don't know. It depends, what he's doing. But he's public about everyone else, about his friends, about his family. It's not a good sign, right? If someone is a public persona online to their social circle and they're hiding you from that, bad, right? That means that you're probably one of many irons in the fire. If they're a quiet person and they don't post often, but like once every week or two or every month or never, that's fine. It's totally normal. Don't expect a man to suddenly be Mr. Facebook and Mr. Instagram if that's just not who he is. But if he is that way about everything except for you, you're the backup plan. And finally, number 6, if he's all in on you and he's committed and it's everything you wanted and loved, and then suddenly his ex texts him and his focus is gone, you might be the backup plan in that case, right? It could be that it's just a one-time thing and he's never quite got over it, and but if it's not something he can get over quickly, like really quickly, like same day, next day kind of thing, that's a problem. You are the backup plan. I hope this was helpful to you. Don't forget to like and follow and subscribe. I'm seeing you next time.